Are you dating post-divorce or serious relationship? First off, I'm so sorry. It's rough out there, I know. Secondly, I am 1 year divorced in about a week and a half, and let me give you my dating advice I've found in my over 100 first dates and first year being divorced, so you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. Today we have, if they wanted to, they would. Now, I'm hoping that you've heard this before because it's amazing advice. If not, let me impart the most important thing I've learned onto you, which is, if they wanted to, they would. If they were that into you, they would do the things that you were hoping that they did. You wouldn't have to sit there and overanalyze every little thing. You wouldn't have to leave little breadcrumby hints. You wouldn't have to sit there and wonder what you are to them, because if they really wanted you, they would have you.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we have a bit of an interesting one for you guys here today. Some of you guys may recognize this woman from a previous episode. Now, this woman is divorced, okay? She is back out here on the dating market for coming up to a year, I believe she said. And this girl has gone on 100+ first dates and still cannot find her partner. Now, guys, something interesting about this video, which I was completely wrong about apparently on the last one, is that this woman was actually married to another woman. So she had a wife, okay? And I'm going to assume that she is back on the dating market and she is still dating women, okay? So this is a girl who is going out here, assumedly, to date more women. And guys, she is struggling, okay? She cannot find her Princess Charming. So guys, before we jump into today's episode, don't forget to come and join us for free over on Locals, guys. I'm going to be posting 2 more videos at the time of this video release, and guys, it's totally free to join, so make sure that you come and join us over there. The link is in the video description. If we ever get banned from YouTube, guys, that is where we will be, because YouTube oftentimes does not like videos like these. So let's jump in and let's take a listen to what this woman has to tell us.
Are you dating post-divorce or serious relationship? First off, I'm so sorry. It's rough out there, I know. Secondly, I am 1 year divorced in about a week and a half, and let me give you my dating advice I've found in my over 100 first dates and first year being divorced.
Okay, so let's just stop here for a second. 100+ first dates, she says. So this is not, she's going out here, she's dating one person, and then that person takes her out on multiple dates. This is a woman who has gone out on all of these dates, first dates, and still not managed to secure anything at all. Not a relationship. I don't know if she's dating men as well. I don't know if she's dating women. But it's even, like, it's a lot worse, guys. Like, you know, it's actually worse if you're dating men, because if you go on 100 dates with men and you can't make a single one work, like men are not complicated, then that says a lot more about you than it does the man. But let's keep going.
So you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. Today we have, if they wanted to, they would. Now, I'm hoping that you've heard this before because it's amazing advice. If not, let me impart the most important thing I've learned onto you, which is, if they wanted to, they would.
Guys, one of the things that I've noticed about videos like this is girls will come across like a piece of knowledge that is just incredibly like simple, and everybody knows this who has common sense except for them. Right? If someone's not committing to you, if you can't get a man to commit to you, or if you can't get a woman to commit to you, the reason why is because they don't want to. Okay, but girls will be out here, guys, they'll get a divorce, okay, they'll have multiple kids, they'll be, you know, hitting 30 years of age, and then they'll treat this crap as though it's some sort of revelation. You know, like, oh, all of these bad boys or all of these girls, they, you know, they never they never wanted me. In this woman's case, the women, that is. Right? And then they're like, wow, you know, if they wanted to, they would. Yeah, well, of course. This is why, guys, having father figures in the household is so important. I feel like I've brought this up so many times on recent episodes, that if you have a father figure in the household, he can tell you this within the first 2 seconds. He will go, yeah, this person's not interested in you, get yourself a good man, get yourself a good woman, whatever. And the dad will cut that crap out real quick. But these girls, they get to 30 and they're like, wow, what an insane revelation.
If they were that into you, they would do the things that you were hoping that they did. You wouldn't have to sit there and overanalyze every little thing. You wouldn't have to leave little breadcrumby hints. You wouldn't have to sit there and wonder what you are to them, because if they really wanted you, they would have you.
I find it really funny. The girls will sit there and they'll try and convince men, you know, like, oh, if he's a real man, he has to do all of these things for me. Okay, he has to pay my bills or take me out on dates, blah, blah, blah. But this woman just kind of told on herself here, okay? And this is what women do when they like you. They make themselves available. They sit there and they try and get your attention. They push for a relationship with you. Okay, they're always wanting to hang out with you. I think a lot of guys have been, you know, really lied to, where we're expected to do all this bullcrap of like, yeah, guys, let's take a woman out on 5 dates to show her that we really care. Meanwhile, she's like hooking up with 3 other dudes at the same time. Okay, we have to do all of this crap, but you come to realize, guys, that, you know, when girls like you, they make themselves available. They try and push for a relationship. This woman says they leave breadcrumbs. Okay?
Now, this isn't to say that reciprocated effort isn't, like, obviously a two-way street. Play your cards, be upfront, be honest about how you feel, etc., etc. But at the same time, if you have been on 5 or 6 dates and they are not committing, don't be afraid to just be like, hey, what are we? And if they don't have an answer for you, that's the answer for you.
I have serious doubts, guys, that man or woman is taking this woman here out on 5 or 6 dates. I think that this woman is misconstruing what a date is. I highly doubt that she has like dudes taking her out on dinner dates. I don't think women would be taking her out on dinner dates either, because we all know women don't typically, like, they aren't the ones, like, you know, asking to go on dates. Like, does that make sense? Like, they'll want a guy to ask them on a date, but they're not going to sit there and try and pay for your crap. This girl's sitting here trying to say, well, you know, these people, they're taking me out on 5 to 6 dates. Number one, I don't believe it. Number two, if they are and they're not committing to you, like, these people are just obviously not interested in this woman. You know?
I find myself reminiscing on times that I was already in my long-term relationship that for me took up all of my early 20s, and I remember it being so easy. I didn't really have to think about whether or not she wanted to be there, my ex-wife, I mean. And it's not really like that in the dating world. It sucks. You're starting from scratch. So why on earth would you want to start with someone who isn't putting in the effort, that isn't actively picking you?
It's really interesting as well, guys, how you'll see, you know, these people, these women go through divorces, and then they'll be like, oh, you know, everything was so much easier when I was married, or I miss being a wife, okay, or I miss being in a long-term serious relationship where I didn't have to think and I knew everything was stable. But we don't actually hear any reasons as to why that relationship dissipated, and if you do, it's all just emotional gibberish that makes no sense. Oh, we drifted apart, or we just weren't right for one another. It's like, hang on a minute, you're sitting here telling me about how easy it is and how wanted you felt in that relationship, but apparently it's just completely dissipated, and we're just expected to believe, guys, that crap like this dissipates for no reason. Now, I was totally wrong in the last episode, apparently, guys, where we covered this woman. She didn't say that the person she was married to was a woman, so I, you know, I just assumed that she was a man. It was a man, statistically speaking, right? But you know, we never actually hear any details as to why the relationship goes to bits. And guys, people who come on here and they say, well, I got divorced and blah, 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 particularly the women, they don't say why. You best believe if it was the other person's fault, they would have their laundry list of things about how, you know, the other person mistreated them or whatever, as we so commonly see.
If they wanted to, they would. And if they aren't putting in that effort and you try to communicate, and especially if you try to communicate and they're still not giving you what you need, walk.
giving you what you need. So we're dating 100+ people. I don't know if it's men, I don't know if it's women. I'm going to assume more women as well. But what you need is commitment. Always hilarious to me, guys, how like you'll have these women get to around 30, right? So they'll be like 27, 28, 29, whatever. And then the thing that they need the most is, notice how it's never about loving the other person or about building like I hate this word, man, but like, because it's so misused a lot of the time, but it's not about like actually caring about the person or having a connection with the person. It's like they miss the benefits that actually come with that, because they need commitment, they need stability. And a lot of the times these people, these women who hit this age, they don't actually care about the man that they end up with, or they don't actually care about the woman they end up with. It's about, I need some form of stability from someone else.
Find someone new. Because we already had our hearts broken once. We're not settling for less anymore. There are plenty of fish in the sea. There are plenty of people at the bar. You will find someone eventually that will make that effort for you. I haven't found them yet, but I'm more than happy to leave the space open for when that person does meet me. Because I would rather wait around, spend some time working on myself and hanging out with me, than, God forbid, end up with another failed marriage or failed long-term relationship with someone that I had to spend years begging just to see me.
But I thought a second ago it was fine and you felt wanted. Already, guys, like, I'm not paying too much attention, I'll be honest, but was there not just a very large logical inconsistency there? And also, guys, you know, can you imagine you go out here and you're a dude and you're looking for a wife, okay, or a long-term relationship. No guy's gonna be like, damn, this woman's she's been divorced, she's been on 100+ dates, let me make that into a wife. And she's probably also dating people when you meet her. So let's stack this up real quick, okay, guys? You're a dude, you're out here dating, you come across a woman. Strike one, she's been divorced. Strike two, tattoos and piercings and multicolored hair. That's like multiple in there, right? Strike three, 100+ first dates, still nothing serious. You know, number four, in all likelihood, dating other people still. Number five, needs commitment from you. Not about what she can provide. Like, there are so many things, guys, that dudes go out here and they're like, yeah, no, screw that. I'm gonna live in the cabin in the woods, okay? Or I'm gonna do something. Hell, I'm gonna do anything. Hell, I'll play video games instead of this. And then they wonder why people don't want to date them.
You've got this, I've got this, we've got this, and follow me if you want to hear more about exploring the great big world together of being divorced or trying this whole dating thing again. Just trust me, it's hard, I know.
Jeez. Okay, so let's jump into this woman's clip here as well. This was played at the beginning, and then we have another one. So I'm actually going to mute this and talk over it. Actually, we'll unmute it and play it through. Let's pause it right here. So this is again, guys, another divorced woman, right, who says her deepest, look at this, her deepest divorce grief has nothing to do with her ex. Notice this, guys. It's not about losing their significant other, man or woman, right? It's not about, you know, losing that connection with someone that you love or you care about. It's about me, right? It's about, it had to do with losing something else. Typically the stability. Look at this, the hopes that I had. Let's keep going. The plans that she had for the future. Like, you hear this language, guys, you know, people's relationship, these women, they get out of these relationships, these divorces, and they're like, yeah, it wasn't really to do with the guy, I'm just really sad about the plans that I had for the future. I.e., you know, taking, you know, being cared about in terms of stability and money. But then they realize after the fact, guys, that they can take him for some money, and that's what a lot of them attempt to do. Yeah, so we don't actually care about the man, right? We don't actually care about the, you know, the love between another person. What we really care about is loss for the future. Fantastic stuff. Really, you know, great advertisement for, you know, trying to get dudes to date out here. Let's jump into this next clip here. It says dating in 2023. This is another divorced woman. And guys, I haven't watched this one, so let's buckle up together and take a listen.
This is dating in 2023. I'm going to be 42 in a matter of weeks, and I have been on this particular train for over 2 years. And, you know, when I first, like I said, got out of it, I was in a really nice, not so normal, but, you know, a really good starting over relationship for about 7 months.
Right, so we had another dude lined up after the marriage. This is incredibly common, by the way, guys. This is what, truthfully, this is what women do. I can't put it any other way, guys. A lot of these women, they don't actually let go of relationships until they have another one lined up. Now, a lot of them, they think that they have a relationship lined up, but then the dude doesn't commit to them, so now then you know, they look really stupid after it. But this is a strategy that a lot of women do, guys, where they don't let go of their divorce or their husband or whatever. They don't let go of their relationship until they have another man lined up. And get this, guys, what they do, right, is they have that divorce, they separate, and what they do is they try and keep that relationship hush-hush until like 2-3 months, and then you'll start to see things like, you know, pictures of them together as though it's like a new thing. But if you know better, guys, typically they just have the dude lined up before. Hell, a lot of the times they're actually seeing the guy at the end of the relationship, and it's pretty damn disgusting.
And then I've kind of been like dabbling since then. And I seen something on here that made me laugh because they put, I see red flags and I follow them through. And I wanted to ask if anybody else does that.
The answer is, I'm going to speak on behalf of the women that you're addressing here. The answer is yes. This is what women do for typically over a decade throughout their life, you know, from 20 to 30. They despite what these girls tell you guys, they really enjoy the red flags. Oh, I was with a narcissist and this guy didn't take me seriously, and he does like no communication, and he's got tattoos and he's jacked out of his mind, and I thought he was going to commit to me, and he has 3 girlfriends, but I thought I would be the one. Like, all this crap, guys, and we're supposed to sit here and go, wow, I feel so sorry for you. There was a video, guys, like, it amazes me how these people turn themselves into victims. I did a video the other day, guys, of it was Mia Khalifa getting upset. I say upset, but she wasn't really crying, she was just faking it. You know, she was getting upset because, like, some girl had a go at her for her past. And it never ceases to amaze me how we can just twist ourselves into being a victim. But what we fail to tell anyone is that these are our own decisions. This is a girl who's 42 years of age, guys, attracted to red flags. Genius.
Because I do that. I want to see how red a flag can get before it's too much for me. Now, is that because I was married for 16 years and this is the behavior I've learned? This is what I think is normal?
No accountability. It has to be someone else's fault, right? That's the reason why you're chasing red flags. Oh, because don't worry, madam, you've been conditioned to chase the red flags. No, this is a pretty inbuilt feature, by the way, guys. If you're not aware of this, this is not... women will try and convince you that the reason why they like bad boys and red flags is because it's societally conditioned in them, guys, and it is society's fault that they are the way they are. No accountability whatsoever. They don't want to say that they choose these men because they're attracted to them. It has to be somebody else's fault, guys, so that men can sit there and be naive to this and not understand and be the good little, you know, life package, the retirement plan for when they hit 30 and 40 years of age. Absolutely not, man.
That people should be given the opportunity to show us all sides of themselves, and we should be given the opportunity to decide how much we're going to tolerate and how red that flag actually is. And maybe that red flag becomes yellow, but it never becomes green. Like, what are we willing to tolerate? How much time are we putting in before a red flag shows? And when that red flag shows, have we already put in too much time that we're like, gosh, I'm not going to walk away from this? Like, the idea.
Okay, so to answer your question, how much time do women put into men who demonstrate red flags? A very long time is the answer to that question, number one. In fact, they can do this without even requiring commitment from the man. Guys, have you seen this where you'll sit there and you'll say to a girl, oh, you know, are you in a relationship? And then they'll look really awkward, right? They'll say like, oh, yeah. And you're like, why are you so unsure about it? Like, why aren't you definitive about the fact as to whether or not you're in a relationship at all? And they'll be like, oh, sort of. And the reason why a lot of these girls can't answer whether or not they're in a relationship is because they're in what's called a situationship, where the man is not giving them commitment, but she's still going out here having, you know, bedroom fun with him. This is what girls do when they like you guys. Literally, there are so many dudes out here who are like, screw this, I'm not giving commitment away to women. And these girls will literally see these dudes for like hell 6 months plus at a time, despite the fact that they don't have a relationship. And then they'll complain and, you know, return to their desire for traditional values when they hit 30. Hell no.
In too much time that we're like, gosh, I'm not going to walk away from this. Like the idea that I have to go back into the pool because, you know, maybe he chews his chips too loud.
Because of your own decisions?
Or throws his clothes on the floor. Or pees in the shower. Or chews with his mouth open. You know, I think everybody's going to have their own definition of red flags because
I think we all know what we're talking about here.
each person is unique. They're going to have their lines, their limits, right? I wonder how long do we put up with a red flag before it's a no-go? And are we looking for other people while we're in this red flag season? I have so many questions.
So many questions, guys, when I really doubt that she's actually asking these questions to ask questions. What's going to happen, guys, is she's going to continue to try and date multiple men at the same time, continue to ignore red flags. She tries to brush it off, by the way. She's trying to split the definition of red flag here into something that's like, you know, just a quirky little habit or something stupid maybe that the guy does, like whatever, like chewing with mouth open, okay? But we all know what red flags are. So she's kind of playing stupid here. She's pretending she's trying to split the definition so she can remove accountability from herself. But guys, we are going to be leaving today's mess of an episode there. As always, guys, don't forget to come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description. Guys, Locals is totally free to join. You can see episodes that are no longer available here on YouTube. If you're interested in supporting the channel for more episodes, you're also welcome to do that, guys. But otherwise, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves. Make sure you drop a comment, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.